I don't know if I talked about this in the other video, but how important keeping promises to yourself is. Like, I promised myself this morning I was gonna come film this video, I was gonna come to the gym and do all this shit. And you know, if I didn't, man, my self-confidence and my self-trust would be so low. And you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say is, if you're not keeping promises to yourself, how are you expecting self-confidence, you know? Could be as simple as making your bed. Could be as simple as saying you're gonna eat breakfast at this time. But if you don't, you tell yourself you're not trustworthy and you're not like good enough to trust. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how are you supposed to have self-confidence if you can't even keep the promises to yourself?
Just stick around and you'll find out. But don't you wanna make me proud? Cause I'm so proud, baby, I'm so proud of you.
Alright, 61. I never count the smithy as a weight, I just count the plates. Because obviously the smithy takes the fucking weight off, so you know, I never count what the smithy says. I just do it with the plates I've got. Now we're ready to cook, let's go. Okay, 5 more.
Can I help you out? Does it turn you on when I turn you around? Can we make a scene?
It's like normally on the weekend I'd be going slow on this and just like taking my time throughout the reps. But now it's like just this, I love this fucking like go, go, go. Feels good. Nip and salt it.
I love the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it hits me.
Oh my god!
I gotta be romantic. Yes, yes, yes. I love the way you kiss me.
And I'm a bitch, you know? I'm like pounding, I'm God. And then you're like, here, rep 10, and it's like, no. 9, oh my God. 8, 7. Oh, come on. Bro.
Tell me that I'm the one. Say that you love me too. Kisses don't come for free. So what you waiting for? Back to mine, only 5. Then we can go all night. Then we can go all night. So if you want me, tell me that I'm the one. Say that you love me too. Kisses don't come for free. So what you waiting for? Back to mine, only 5. Then we can go all night. Then we can go all night. Then we can go all night. Then we can go all
Getting
night.
there. One thing I want to say though is people who criticize other people for how they're training, bro, it's like understandable if you know, like if they're actually being a bitch and not training hard, but it's like if what they're doing is working for them, it's working for them. It's not going to work for you, or it might work for you, you know? And that's what I want to say. People who go high volume, high weight, I've done both. Both work for me. But I've just found a nice balance in between, you know, where I can go heavy on some days and light on some days, you know, and just fucking ride the wave. But at the end of the day, it's what works for you. You know, it's up to you to find what works for you at the end of the day. No matter what you're in, bodybuilding, business, just life. Find what works for you. Because it's not going to be what this cunt says, because he's not you, you know? But as long as at the end of the day, you know you're going hard and you're improving, no matter what, if you're improving, right? Doesn't matter what everyone else says. If you know you're improving, I'm gonna say it again, that's all that matters. If you can improve, that means you're better than yesterday and better than last time, you know? So just keep going with that until that stops working. And when that stops working, find another way. And then that you just, you know, keep swimming.
I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic, I'll hit it from the back just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me. I can tell you miss me. I can tell it is. Not trying to be romantic.
your day really does start the night before. Because, you know, if I got my breakfast and shit ready yesterday, which I was supposed to, but I didn't, I would be able to work out longer and not rush as long. But because I was, if I'm being honest, a little bit lazy, you know, now I'm behind. And that's my own fault, and I'm the only one to complain for that. But, you know, we'll get it. So, lessons learned. Get yourself ready for tomorrow. You know, I'm giving myself a bit of like a leniency because it's my first day back from fucking holiday, but it's all right. So, we just fucking send it now and then get in the car.
Cause I'm so proud, baby, I'm so proud of you. I like the way you kiss me, I can tell you miss me, I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic or hit it from the back, just so you don't get attached. I like the way you kiss me, I can tell you miss me, I can tell it this. Not trying to be romantic or hit it from the back, just so you don't get attached.
All right. Fuck. On the dot. Fucking like 5:30 nearly, bro. Time to get the fuck out of here. I need to get home. Fucking stupid sunnies. That was really good, guys. You know, obviously the volume was high, so I wasn't pushing much weight. It was a very high volume day. Probably done over 400 reps. I probably put it on the screen if I remember to, if I even watch this part. But let's get the fuck out of here. Like, that was really good. Definitely pushed hard today. Very good. First morning session back. I know it's been a while since I've done the morning sessions. I'm not sure if you guys even like them. But no, that was definitely fucking an effort. I had to push a bit there, you know, like my brain, like almost every time I went in before a set was like, nah, bro, you've exerted yourself, you're not going to be able to lift it. You know, and I think the goal for me is just go as heavy as possible within the rep range motion, you know. Whatever's on my fucking list I did last time, just go harder than that, you know. And that's why it's important, if you want to grow, man, track your data. Like, I tell you what, like I used to go in like, thought I knew everything, fucking just like, you know, as long as I'm lifting heavy and I'm just doing the 40s, that the 40s were gonna get me jacked, you know. But both the 40s did shit all. Yeah, it got me a little strong, but at the end of the day, I was just mass moving mass, you know, like wasn't really getting stronger, I was just getting fatter. At the end of the day, and just because I was fatter, I was able to push more. But now I'm actually starting to see the scale go down, but the weights go up, you know, and that is the goal. Be as light as you can, but push as heavy as you can, because the more muscle you can pack onto a frame, the better you're going to look when you shred all that fat off, you know. At the end of the day, it's not who's got the more mass, it's, well, yeah, it is who's got the more muscle mass, but who's, like, you know, who looks the best. Looks maxing to a whole new level, bro. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today. Hope you have a good day, and remember, just don't stress, do your best, and forget the rest, you know.